Why do so many IELTS students work hard for months but still get stuck with low speaking scores? The answer might surprise you. I think I know what you mean. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Chat Studio, where we help you improve your English naturally and prepare for IELTS with confidence. Today, we're talking about a problem that affects thousands of students. Hi, everyone. If you're tired of giving short answers and want to sound more natural in your IELTS speaking test, you're in the right place. Before we start, if you enjoy these real conversations and want more practical IELTS help, please like this video, subscribe to English Chat Studio, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Let's get started. Today's topic is stop giving one-word answers. This is one of the fastest ways to improve your IELTS speaking score.
Honestly, I do this all the time. The examiner asks me a question and I just say yes or no or I don't know. Then I feel stuck.
You're not the only one. Most students give very short answers because they're nervous, they're scared of making mistakes, or they simply don't know what else to say. They think being correct and short is safe. But in reality, one-word answers are killing their fluency and coherence scores.
I always worry that if I speak more, I'll say something wrong.
That's a very common fear. Many students also believe the examiner wants perfect short answers like in a school exam, but IELTS speaking is different. It's a conversation. Examiners want to hear you speak at length. When you only give 1 or 2 words, they can't see your real English level.
It feels so stressful in the test room. My mind goes completely blank.
Exactly. The emotional pressure makes everything worse. Now that we understand the real problem, let's look at the mistake that causes most students to lose marks without even realizing it. The biggest mistake is treating every question like a quick quiz. For example, examiner asks, "Do you like sports?" And the student says, "Yes." Just one word. Or, "What's your favorite color?" "Blue." That's it.
I've done that so many times. It feels natural to me.
I know. Another common mistake is answering with just one reason and stopping. Like, "I like traveling because it's fun." Then silence. Or using the same simple sentences again and again. Let me tell you about a student I worked with last month. She had good in vocabulary, but kept getting 5.5 in speaking. When we practiced, almost every answer was under 5 seconds. She was shocked when I told her she was losing almost 1 full band just because of short answers.
So even if your English is okay, short answers make you sound weaker?
Yes. The examiner needs to hear you speak to give you a good score. But knowing the mistakes isn't enough. In the next part, I'll show you exactly what successful IELTS students do differently to stop giving one-word answers. Okay, here are 5 simple and practical steps you can start using today. First, always give a full sentence instead of one word. Instead of yes, say, "Yes, I really enjoy." Second, add a reason. Use the word because and explain why. Third, give a personal example. Share a short story from your life. This is very powerful.
Can you give me an example?
Sure, if the examiner asks, "Do you like reading?" don't say yes. Say, "Yes, I really like reading because it helps me relax after a long day." For example, last month I read a book about space and I couldn't stop reading until I finished it at 2 a.m. That sounds much better. Fourth, use natural linking words like and, so, actually, and one thing I can say is, these help you continue speaking smoothly. Fifth, if you need a second to think, use filler phrases like, "That's a good question," or "Let me think about that," instead of staying silent.
I'm scared I'll forget these steps in the real test.
Don't worry. Practice makes them automatic. These steps work, but what does this look like in a real IELTS situation? Let's practice together. Let's do some real IELTS practice. First, a part 1 question. Do you work or study? Weak answer, I study. Strong answer, I'm currently studying business at university. It's quite challenging, but I enjoy it because I learn a lot of practical skills. For example, last semester we worked on a real marketing project for a local company, and it was a great experience.
Wow, that's so much longer.
Now a part 2 style topic. Describe your favorite meal. Weak, I like rice. Strong. My favorite meal is definitely my mother's chicken curry. I love it because it reminds me of home and it tastes amazing. Actually, she cooks it with special spices she buys from the market. Every time she makes it, the whole house smells delicious, and we all sit together and eat. Last weekend, she made it for my birthday, and it was the best gift ever. Let's talk about confidence and mindset, because even with good techniques, many students still give short answers because they feel nervous or scared.
Yes, I always overthink everything. What if my answer is wrong? What if the examiner thinks I'm not good at English?
I hear this all the time. Remember, the examiner is not testing your ideas. They're testing your English. You can talk about anything. Small mistakes are completely normal. Try this. Before the test, remind yourself, I will speak more today. Speak slowly and clearly. Also, practice every day with a mirror or by recording yourself. You'll become more confident when you hear your own voice.
That's helpful. I always feel better after practicing out loud.
Before we finish, let's quickly review everything we've learned today. Today, we talked about why one-word answers are so damaging, the most common mistakes students make, 5 practical steps to stop giving short answers, real IELTS examples, and how to build the confidence to speak more. The most important thing is to start practicing longer answers every single day.
I feel much more motivated now.
Your action plan this week? Take 10 common IELTS questions every day and practice answering them with the new techniques. Record yourself and try to speak for at least 30-40 seconds per answer. You will see improvement very quickly. Now, tell us in the comments, what is your biggest challenge with giving short answers in IELTS? Have you ever gone completely blank during practice? Share your experience below. We read every comment, and your question might appear in a future episode. In our next episode, we're going to talk about how to think in English instead of translating. And trust me, it's something every IELTS student needs to understand.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Keep practicing and don't give up. See you next time.
Thank you for joining us on English Chat Studio. You've got this. Bye.